Oh, it didn't change the thing. Why didn't it change the thing? Because I didn't save the thing. Alright. Oh. God. There's always technical issues. Always. Come on, cooperate with me. God damn it. There we go. I swear. Ah, is it fixed? It's fixed. I fix.
Windows XP.
I think I'm probably the youngest in that case.
I
I'm
always got the
20.
hand-me-downs. My first computer was a 95. I was like, what is that?
Dear God. Good morning.
Hello.
My first computer hand-me-down was a Commodore.
Oh, God. Darky.
Yeah, I was not even born then. I think. When did Commodore get up?
Was
Commodores were still around in like 91, 92. But
Yeah,
the PC stuff didn't really take over until about 94.
I was born in 99, so yeah.
introduced in 1982. Introduced to home computers 1984.
Yep. Born in 81.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm not even going to say when I was born or what my first computer was because it dates me way too much.
Which
Dates
is
are confused.
you're fine with everyone knowing your real name, but you're not fine with everyone knowing your age.
You know my first name.
Yes.
Oh.
And if you don't remember it, I have the most generic name humanly possible, so good luck.
I do as well. It's John.
See, we're in the same boat. The only other different one is if we had the other top three, like Mark or something like that.
Mike. Mike is number 1. If you scream Michael into a crowded room, I guarantee you will get a response.
Yep.
That's right.
That's like one of my favorite activities to teach students when I have them about how statistics are useless is going through the probability math for how there's somebody in the room with the same birth date. It's
Yes.
like if you do the math on statistics, it says you only need 41 people in the room for that to be true. However, we all know that's a damn lie.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not how statistics work, really.
No. But ideally, you would like them to work that way. Just like strings of length pi.
Yes.
But
Well, I think
that's
the
never
biggest
gonna
one for me is
happen.
I work in like software, and I'm in management. I always have to deal with the product team, and they're always like, we want to do data-driven feature development, and they're like, well, the statistics show this, and da 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 da, and I'm like, it's damn lies, and statistics. Let me tell you why.
Mm-hmm. Witchcraft. Statistics say if I sacrifice enough children, I'll get the project done.
They also show a direct correlation between Internet Explorer market share and the murder rate. So,
What about Microsoft Edge? Did that up the murders?
I don't see why not. It's just a reskinned version of Chrome.
A lot of things are a reskinned version of Chrome, which are going to change, unfortunately, including Brave and
Yeah,
everything
because-
else.
They're gonna change it at the beginning of the year, right?
Right, we can't use the blockers anymore, despite the fact that that makes it livable. Because we need to have ads broadcasted, apparently.
Yeah, because having like
Xbox
10
Live.
ads on YouTube wasn't enough.
Yeah.
To be more precise on that, they're not saying you can't use it. They're actually just removing one of the permissions that lets a mod or an app ask for like blanket access to all data on all pages, and that's how a lot of them are set up right now. There are workarounds to it, but it's another one of those things where if you read the headline, you get mad. If you read the detail, it blows it all over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm not worried because somebody's gonna make a way to remove ads. Doesn't matter how easy or hard it will be, somebody's gonna do it.
Yeah, no matter what. Even if if you're using a VPN app, all you got to do is just block the ads from the VPN side. It works really well.
Anyways, I made a shared player notes so we can write stuff here. I just added NPCs, locations, and other notes, and we can add stuff here as we play along.
No problem.
Also, I do have players and PCs, so I do ask that you possibly fill out for yourself in the little table that I put. I just converted whatever was written here in.
I think I got everything done except my spells because, yes, there it is. I do
No
get a level
worries.
3 spell because hypercognition from, what's the feat? My dig up secrets, an endless well of knowledge.
Nice.
Did you go for a psychic?
I didn't. I think it was just the feature that I got for Ancestry.
Oh, it's the bird
because
people.
I'm the pokey bird people,
Yes.
the
Of the
non-flyers.
Shisk. Okay.
People. Weird.
Hello.
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 Hello, everybody. We're all here now.
Damn, and right on time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even near missed come in. Jeez.
How's the new
did
baby
he
doing,
just-
by the way, before we begin?
Ah, yes. New baby is doing very good. He is a lot like our first one, where she's not too fussy, but it's only been a week, so we'll see.
Okay.
Hey, love
Second
to hear
baby
it.
was extremely fussy, so very nice to have an easy one again.
Poor baby.
Mine were backward. The first one was so easy that we decided to have a second one, and then the
Yeah.
second one decided to make us regret having kids at all.
No.
That's the trap. Exactly
What was
what
that?
happened.
He thought it was easy?
But now the third one's easy again. I'm like, okay. At least for now, it's only been like a week.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I'm here, so that means that everything's going well enough. She's sleeping through the night, wakes up every 3 hours for food, but
Okay.
Nice.
That's not too bad.
she sleeps. Not bad at all. I will take it.
So, how many of you feel that you are not prepared for this session? You can be honest. I'm not going to judge anyone. I'm not looking for excuses. I'm just looking for an honest answer because I want to alleviate your fears, because you are about to experience the Magambia at its best today, and I want you to ease. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I just want to make sure that I have everything down. I don't know if a lot of stuff changes from Strength 1000 at level 1. Like I said, all I need to do
Yes,
is
it
set up
does.
my first level spells, and I'm good. But I don't know
Mhm.
whether I get, like, extra feats or stuff like that. I'm just going off of what this thing said. Hey, you get this. And then I
Right,
plug
right.
in those feats, and now I'm kind of there.
So, for those of you who are used to the regular types of adventures, this is going to be a bit of a culture shock with how this particular city and people do things, but they're going to gradually ease you into it because certain ancestries and types of humans don't usually come to the Magambi. And for several of you, it's unusual that you would come here, but you're welcomed nonetheless. Like, you're going to stand out. Some of you are going to stand out a lot.
Yeah, bird people don't like going out of bird people places.
Some.
Please,
You
Yeah.
mean a knowledge thief is going to have problems in his school? Who would have thought?
yes. So,
Um,
oh, go ahead.
I just had 2 questions.
Yes, of course.
First and foremost, may I add my god's preferred weapon to my inventory?
Yeah, that's fine.
And second, the font, the healing font for clerics. How will I pull that up into my spell casting? It's been a while since I played a cleric.
That's okay. So let me go to your sheet.
So you ended up playing a cleric, right?
Yeah.
Are you disco?
Rogue was interesting. Yes.
Okay. So for the font, what I usually do is I just add another first level spell, and then I'll put the number next to it, because you don't have a divine font check like you do for, staves or wands and stuff like that. That's something I really wish they would add.
Got it. So I will just add a third first level
Mm-hmm.
and add the spell preparation of healing.
Right, and your charisma is -1, so I believe that's 1 charge or 2 charges.
I will double check. I believe it's 1 charge.
Okay, yep. So you only have to worry about it once.
There we
So
go.
make sure that you don't get hit twice, okay, people?
Yeah.
No. My job is to get hit.
And for me, the only rule concern I have for my character is the Dragon Instinct Rage is
Mm-hmm.
supposed to be a 4 damage bonus, not a 2, and I don't know if I need to change the rage effect or how to do that.
Okay, so we'll get that settled. Don't worry about it. We're not going to
No.
worry about combat this session
Not
because we're
particularly worried.
well, that's fine. But we're not going to do. I don't think we're going to do combat this session. We will address that. Right now, it's going to be a matter of the interview and how things are going to go, because regardless of how regardless of how you arrive at the Magambia, you will all 5 of you be taken in for a group interview. This is a mandatory part of the orientation process, and you will be taken to the Heron Archives. And as you are doing so, and you're seeing all the beautiful sights of the city and the campus itself, the sky darkens and it begins to rain abruptly, like downpouring, as it would in a typical tropical rainforest jungle environment. And as you get to the shelter of the Heron Archives and go up to the office that you were designated to go up to, you are greeted by this very cheerful, wonderful man who is a complete cinnamon bun.
Stand cinnamon buns in this. Kindly teacher of incoming students.
It's his title.
What a title that is.
Yes.
Actually, his name is just a really weird coincidence.
Yes.
I dig
So-
his Jesus sandals.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's whole outfit.
So he will welcome you. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I like his sailor sort of headband.
Yeah. Clean look.
And he's got chairs for all of you. He's got like cushions and stuff. There's no preferred method. You can stand if you want to. His office feels like more of a reception area than it does a professor's office. And he tells you, welcome to the Magambi. My name is Professor Takalu OT, but I prefer if you call me Professor OT. I prefer if all my students call me that.
Well, hello.
Yeah, we've met before.
A little.
Ah, yes, yes.
Oh, he's talking to all of us. Hello.
Yes,
Hello,
he's
hello.
talking to all of you. Oh,
I apologize.
that's all right. And he looks at you all with a smile and whatnot. And he's going to begin with a set of questions. And it may seem like the assessment is very basic, although it's still important, especially for newer students. And you can feel free to refuse these questions if you wish, because that too is part of your assessment to see whether or not you can answer the questions or whether or not you outright refuse them. So he's going to ask his first question to all of you. Who are you?
Well, Victoria will speak up first. Sort of getting off the chair almost as if she's talking to a public of sorts. Well, my name is Victoria Raylight. We've met Teacher Ott, but for you, and she turns to the rest of you who don't know me, I'm, well, Victoria Raylight. I've come from Absalom, and I've been studying at the academy there before Teacher Ott here offered me support to attend this fine school. That would be mostly all. And she will sit down.
I can't help but see that someone took away their last name.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I forgot to add names.
You need a name. That's what the first question is.
Well, we failed. Goodbye.
I'm working on it. I'll go last.
I have the name
Can we have a character description
Uh-huh,
of Victoria?
So basically, my character is wearing this sort of quite open, somewhat revealing, sort of this thin, sort of silk shirt, and generally you can see a blackish, slightly brown hair that's somewhat unkempt, but barely reaches sort of her neck. She also has sort of like a pale green eyes, and she also wears this sort of, not a choker, but it's like a really tight, sort of just a wrap around her neck. Going below, she has generally sort of tight, sort of jeans sort of situation with leather boots that go over her knees, like super high leather boots. And she also has this very thin leather gloves, which have sort of slightly iron or silver, you can't quite tell, sort of knuckles. And that's generally Victoria's description, as you can see the picture.
Yes, thank you for the very descriptive artwork. This was helpful.
Yeah.
Leia doesn't like silence, so She stands up. She goes, "Hi, my name's Alea, and I am from Alkenstar. I'm here because I want to learn everything and know everything. And, well, I don't really know what else you want to know about me, but I'm glad I'm here." She stands up, and much as her artwork is, she's shorter, about 5'1", and just under 100 pounds. She's got long red hair down about the middle of her back, and more copper than red actually. Big bright blue eyes. Weird thing about her, she's got elven ears, even though the rest of her looks very human. And she's dressed in clothes that are very nice. Fine clothing by the itemization, actually. Nice blue dress with some jewelry and what will be her canon white cloak from the picture there, too. At her feet is her little familiar, which looks like a fox, or it is a fox. Doesn't look like one. And look, a little fennec fox about the size of a house cat. It's just sort of circling around her, and when she sits up and stands down. Stands up and sits down. There you go. I'm going to finish my coffee now.
Okay.
Cadric, from his sitting position, says, "Yes, I'm Cadric. I come from a labor camp. Where we're from doesn't matter. I have made my way here to learn a new skill." Cadric is apparently a Chad orc. Black hair, 6'3", 230 pounds, wide shoulders. With a... I don't sound... like... I think I'm coming down with something, but he's gonna be a cocky, reckless barbarian. So.
Oh, you poor boy. In Magambia, it rains more than half the year and it is quite cold. I recommend you take care of that immediately.
But the Chad orc.
Yes.
I cannot
thought this
tell
was-
you how much joy this picture brings me, and I do not know why.
It is definitely.
It's the booty.
No, it's not
That's
the
the
booty. I can definitely tell you it's not the booty.
Oh, well, I mean, fair. Fair enough, Bramble.
Chin. The freaking chin.
It
Also,
is.
the carrots. I just noticed the carrots.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just imagine him breaking out in songs like Gaston.
But yeah, that's it for Cadric.
Mm-hmm.
I think we had somebody step out.
Oh, well, then I guess I would be the one that's not stepped out. So I'm still trying to... I mean, they say they're from the Morgue Expanse, so I guess that's where I'm from.
Mm-hmm. You could travel to other places. You don't need to stay. You could have
No,
come
I'm
back
saying where
and
I'm
returned
from.
home.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah.
True. Well, but I'm from my... Anyway, so... Sumshu stands up. She's like... or he's like, I am Sumshu... Sorry, I just chose his name, so I'm literally pronouncing him for the first time. I am Sumshu Delisho. I am from here in the Morgue Expanse. I'm here in search of knowledge. And that's it. Just sits back down.
Okay. Okay. Is Tony back?
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh no, you see like the little loading sign in the dial-up music over this tree that's just entered. That's very, very inconvenient. I cannot progress unless I get his answer. But how about we ask this? Some of you have already answered this question. What interests you the most? From a majority of you, it seems to be knowledge.
Victoria will stand up again and say, "Well, yeah, just general, all sorts of things. Alchemy is my sort of this a thing of interest at the moment, and however, I do hope to learn magic as well here, since I'm still not able to perform it." She kind of sort of shyly, sort of, kind of like almost sadly, sort of sits down when after she says that.
Oh, child, there is no shame in it. Not many people are born with the gift. I myself had to learn. You have nothing to be ashamed of.
Makes like a slight smile at Teacher Ott.
Alea remains sitting and sort of looks distracted as she plays with her puppy, and just says, "Well, I always liked learning new things, and the more I learn about different types of magic and different ways that things work, the more I realize that there's so much more in between the lines. And so I want to learn more about magic so that I can find more things in between the lines."
The
And
Sumshu. Good. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna continue the order. And for me, I just want to become skilled enough to never go back to the labor camps. Belcor witnesses.
I assure you, no matter how skilled you are, you must always watch out for people like that, especially from the consortiums. We have our own problems with them.
And then Sumshu stands up and she's like, I just want to gain more knowledge for my village, really. It's, we take pride in knowing many things and keeping ourselves safe from others and such. And sits down again. Kind of a lot more shy. Yeah. Sorry, trying to play it.
He looks over to the tree again.
I apologize. Without the sun, I cannot meditate as effectively as I thought I could.
Tell me, who are you, child?
So, what stands up from the chair
The tree
is
stands up.
a very strange looking, let's say a art project, if you will. The wooden features, you would assume wood is like dark brown or green. This type of wood has like rainbow-like streaks of pinkish and purplish hues with some brown, almost like a rainbow eucalyptus tree. But in its dead center of a chest-like feature is a black shard that kind of gives off these almost like a paintbrush sprinkling white dots across its surface. It's always moving and turning. Where a head would be, it's just a pyre of branches that makes up almost like a tree-like face. It doesn't move, doesn't make any movements or speak, but you hear from the core, I am... That's a tough one. In my tongue, I guess it would be easily call me Elysium, but people who've run across me have called me Disco for some reason. It's nice to meet you all. And he stands up from the chair. He's standing about 6'3".
Alea gets up and quickly walks across the room towards you. Oh my goodness. How do you perceive the world? What happens if I cover your little orb here? How do you hear things? Oh, and how do you make that sound? Is it actually traveling or does it just go straight around? She just barrages you with questions.
Well, that is a lot of questions you're bombarding me with, and to be quite honest, my knowledge is very minimal. I just know the world is around me. I feel the roots below the soil. I feel the sun above the clouds.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm so excited. I'm going to be best friends with you.
I look towards.
Dumb.
I look towards the teacher. What is this friends thing? I'm not.
Oh, well, you'll be making quite a few of them here.
So I make them and I grab some of the dirt below me and start
No.
moving.
No, not my office. No.
That's
Oh,
great.
Sorry, my mistake. I am here to learn what it's like to live beyond the stars, I guess.
What a strange thing to say. I like that.
Yes. I want to figure out who I am on this in this life. If that makes any sense.
It does, because humanity as a whole has asked themselves this question since the first day that they were cognitive. And it is a good
I remember
thing.
when they were born. Wait.
Excuse me?
I sit back down.
It is an interesting thing you pose this question because you, much like our sheik here, we very much want to understand ourselves and the world around us, and sometimes we become arrogant with our knowledge, and we take too much pride in it. It is good to see fresh perspectives, and that's one of the reasons why I have dedicated myself to new students. Yours is a perspective that I appreciate the most.
I didn't realize it was a competition. I would have tried harder.
Well, there's much competition within nature itself as well. But for my attention, you never have to be competitive.
I still remember that.
Now, I ask you
Sounds
all...
like you lived in a school your whole life, because the real world don't work like that.
And he laughs besides himself and says, yes, I have spent much of my time in this school. I can't imagine how the world has changed around me. All I can do is help you and shape your minds and lives and prepare you. Now, I ask you all, what do you consider your greatest strength?
I would say my greatest strength is, well, like I said before, just reading between the lines. I like to learn about all kinds of things, listen to people as well as books, and, well, it just lets me find different ways to make use of information. That's I think what I can do. Well, that and I make people smile.
I guess my greatest strength would be I can really dedicate myself towards a goal until I finish it. Yeah, dedication. That I would say that would be my greatest strength.
And my greatest strength is my willingness to do whatever it takes to come out on top.
Oh dear. That sounds very frightening. You must have had a hard life.
Not. It comes and goes.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I would like to understand.
Hard times, they come and go.
Yes. Life is filled with them.
It's strange. I'm not sure what a strength of mine would be.
Well, it seems like you could be an awesome ventriloquist.
I don't think I have that skill or spell. Maybe
Of
it's
course
my
you
willingness to understand.
You would be a killer dancing implement.
Dancing. I look down at my bark-like tree legs.
Lilia just
Maybe.
kind of whispers super loudly. It's because you're shiny.
Oh, maybe that's why I'm called Disco by these people.
Oh yeah, now I see it.
But yes, my willingness to try to understand, even though it may lead to my own. What is the word I'm looking for? Downfall? I'm gullible, is what the man called me on the road.
Did you give him your gold?
Yeah, we gonna be best friends.
Oh no.
The rich friend.
And my greatest strength would be my memory. It is the reason I was sent here is for my, even among my people, above average ability to remember.
Quick, what's my name?
Hold on, I know this. I mean my character. I don't have the memory. The character has the memory. I write everything down. At least I will.
At least I will.
I mean,
All right. So, what work have you done to bolster those in and around the Magambia before now? And it's perfectly fine if you haven't done anything. Because that's what our prerequisite test is about.
Victoria is just stay silent for this one.
What do you mean around the Magambia?
Hmm.
I can tell you.
Please.
In my past travels, or at least before I could travel, I would guide people through the Magambi's rainforest.
Now, Leah, to answer your question, in and around the Magambia means that what have you done to help her people specifically? And it's perfectly fine if you haven't.
Just quiet, looks away, starts petting the dog again.
Eerie.
Yeah, it is eerie, and he seems to almost feed on the silence, like he's observing you.
I haven't done much for its people, but for nature, I always take care of nature as much as possible as we live near it and such.
That is good.
Background, she practices Green Faith, so it's basically Druid, but Pathfinder. Not Druid, you know what I mean. Druid in
Druid
real
with a
life.
rocket launcher.
No, that's me.
It's yeah.
Gohan, let it go. Sorry.
go on. I
Yeah,
just traveled here. I've done nothing in the area.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
You can see Victoria. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You can see Victoria sort of seemingly kind of like struggling to sort of think of something to say. Then she finally says, well, as you know, I've been in Absalon and only recently have arrived here, so I really didn't have much opportunity, but I will be getting to it as soon as possible.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I just got here yesterday, and it was a long, hard journey to get here. And pretty much everybody around the Magambia that I met before I got here was trying to hurt me. So I can't say that I did anything helpful.
I am unfortunately of the Inquisition to tell you that the jungle itself may not behave differently. We learn to live with the jungle here, beside it, and while reaping its bounties, we respect its dangers. It is good that you are prepared for them. I like your answer the most.
Yes, I won.
What did you win?
Now, I ask you the most important question of all, and he seems to, like, lean against the wall as he asks this, smiling very widely. Once you have attained that which you seek, what goals do you wish to achieve?
Leia just kind of gives the cocky answer. I didn't realize I was ever going to be done learning.
He laughs at this.
OT. Because I do not know where I am going as of yet, or where my destination is, I don't think I can give you an answer.
Well, I guess it would be sort of the same with me. However, I do have aspirations to become a teacher, and if teacher at this school, that would be one of my greatest wishes. However, I'm uncertain of them for now.
Well, that's perfectly fine, child. I'm not expecting a deep answer.
And Kadric stands up. I just want to establish my independence and my own legend.
I feel as though you have already established your independence. But this legend you speak of, tell me about that. That seems interesting.
I want my name to be said in whispers for 100 years.
Well, if you graduate from the school, it will be inscribed within the tablet, along with all the other mages that have attended the school.
That's step 1.
Ah, what is step 2?
World domination.
Excuse me?
And then Kadric laughs. I'm just kidding.
Ah, yes, of course.
I didn't know you could dominate a planet. Very strange.
Well, why not? She's from an island where Batman tried to conquer the planet at one point.
But doesn't the planet own you?
Well, I think ownership is a term that is very difficult to imply. Who owns what?
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
I feel like if the planet is providing for you, the minute you stop providing for it, you all die. That is just my insight.
Well,
that's perfectly fine.
you can
if it's
provide
just
for
enough.
everybody else.
Yeah. Guess I'm here to provide for my village. Knowledge is power, they say, and they've always provided for me, and now they've sent me here. So, to
Can
return
people
the favor would be best.
can people eat power though?
Knowledge
I mean, I can,
can provide.
but there's no sun.
We need to get him a sun lamp.
Mm-hmm. So you've answered all the questions to satisfaction, and he seems very happy with all of you. And he tells you, please check your quest tracker.
Oh,
What?
do I find
No,
that?
it's not down to the bottom. Dang it.
What an unusual thing for him to say.
Hold on, I tap my Aether Crystal 3 times, and it just...
So under compendium, under search, if you type quest, you will see several things: enable quest tracker and open quest log.
You want both of them, or just the...
That's up to you.
Open
You can
quest
drag
log.
them. You can drag them out to your MMO hotbar and have them handy, because this is how I'll communicate tasks and goals to you.
Did they also update the compendium to just type in items and you can search for it?
Absolutely, yes. Especially on my
That
side.
is fantastic.
It is, isn't it? That's why I constantly do things like I'm doing a tutorial. That way people are aware of what's changing.
I love this.
So,
Yeah,
you'll
that's pretty neat.
you'll see the group interview and aptitudes test quest.
Yep.
I have checked marked answer the questions of Professor OT. Now comes the part complete the tasks. As he takes out a few items and lays them on the floor. And it's okay. It's perfectly fine if you refuse to do a test. No one's forcing you to do this, but he wants to see what you do. And he's going to first put a candle down on the floor. And he's going to ask the 5 of you, as he puts a candle down in front of each of you, can you light this candle without flint or matches? And he's going to sit back and watch.
We're in his office, right?
Yeah, you're in the office. Just don't get dirt on the floor, okay?
Uh-oh, I'm sorry.
Is there any other fire in here or like right outside of here? Lighting
Oh.
anything?
There is lighting, but it's kind of like a crystal. It's not a flame.
Got it.
It's like he thought ahead.
Yes. Smart.
I think Disco would stand up and approach the candle. And just grasp it.
Okay.
And you'll see the candle in front of the little black shard in their chest. As I'm going to use quick identification.
Okay.
GM, could I somehow use one of my... Actually, I'm gonna... Does the sunrod sort of... would the sunrod be hot? The alchemical item.
I'm going to say no, because the chemical phosphorescence from glow sticks and whatnot, I do not find to be warm or hot. That is my perception of it. You're free to
Okay.
argue otherwise.
No, I was also thinking it's really big of a stretch.
That's okay.
Yeah, I believe that it just generates light. It's not exothermic at all.
I will work with you with the solutions. You do not have to feel that I'm here just to say no.
Well,
Wait to see
Time.
what Elysium does.
Okay.
In 1 minute's time, you hear, "This is a candle, nothing more."
Oh my god!
well,
And I'll put it back down.
that was very helpful. Thank you.
He just bursts out laughing.
Does anybody here know how to do magic already?
Not
No.
me.
Anybody got some arrows?
Yeah, I have
I
some.
have a javelin.
I'll offer you an arrow that I take from my backpack.
And I
Which-
have another one. Actually, you gave me one. She snaps it in half over her knee real quick. And I'm going to try and rub the sticks together to
Mhm.
make smoke.
All right. So I need a DC 18 survival check to do this. But
Cool.
I've announced the DC, which means you can do it publicly.
Nice.
While she
I
does
gotta get my
that,
sheet. Hold on.
Yeah.
while she does that, can I look for refracted light underneath Disco's ball head?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no ball head. It is just a shard. But you can
Oh.
look for light. You can
Yeah.
look for light.
Yep.
As you look across, you say, "What are you looking for?"
Refracted
Yeah.
light. Refracted light can get hot.
Oh, you want light? And I touch the wick of the candle and cast light.
And he gasps as he sees this and says, like, ah. Many people become preoccupied with the nature of fire. This is a unique answer. I accept this. And he'll take the candle from you.
It's just sitting there endlessly rubbing sticks together. Oh, come on, I was almost there.
He's going to look to the four of you now. He's going to wait patiently.
Oh, does that mean I no longer participate? I
No,
will sit down.
you stay right
Oh.
there. Do not get
Oh,
dirt in my
okay.
office.
I said sorry already. And we just see the
Do we each
oh,
have a candle?
Yes, each of you has a candle.
okay, each have a
Yes. He wants
Oh.
to see what each of you do.
I want to turn to
Really?
Disco and say, "Can you light this for me?"
I was about to say the same thing. Just
if you wish, and I cast it again.
Okay, and he accepts this and says, like, teamwork is a valid answer. And he turns to the other three and says, you may not provide this answer.
check my answer.
Keep rubbing the sticks together.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well-
Now, because it's dry, reduce the DC of this check by 5. So now the DC is 13 if you keep rubbing them together. Because now you have
Did you
dry
say-
tinder.
Did you say the roll was for him, right? For his lighting.
That is
Oh,
for her.
no!
Oh
Yeah.
my! It's getting worse.
It somehow
You're
Yeah.
like rubbing the stick,
You guys,
and somehow
you guys
the
should
rain
know
won't
that
get
when I was testing out my macro earlier, I rolled 5 1s in a row. So
Oh no!
me. Oof.
Okay,
gonna be in
Will
my body.
Wheaton.
So you just
Well,
see,
what-
you just see Aaliyah over this candle, like, come on, just rubbing them together, and this goes on in the background.
I saw humans do this once, and I will aid in the roll. 24 to assist, so you get +1 to your next attempt to do so with survival.
Victoria is going to say, I don't think I have a means of lighting it. Aside from
Not with that attitude.
Well,
the only skill I'm not trained in is survival. So this is fun.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we have 2 people. The 3 people who are still working on their candle, you may decline or give up, or you may keep trying. It's up to you. I want to see what kind of character you are.
yeah, Victoria is gonna decline.
Okay, that's 3 people done.
Leia would keep going until her hand started bleeding.
That hopefully will not happen. Give me a DC 13 survival check.
And remember to add a +1 because Disco assisted you.
Yep. All right, so after
Hey.
10
You die.
minutes, after 10 minutes and the tree helping you, you get a flame and the candle is lit by actual fire now.
Interesting.
That's
And
4
I
people.
asked a question. And I
You
a
asked my
question-
strength earlier. Perseverance.
This
I-
is good.
I ask the teacher person. I'm like, so was the help only from him not allowed now, or
That was from the
I
light
will-
spell.
may I borrow some of your fire? And I kind of wave my candle over to the person.
Absolutely. Since I have the actual only real fire right now.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I borrow some of that fire.
Well, of course, I'm not going to use it all.
Patience.
Yes. Yes. This is the strength of thousands, and he looks very pleased by this answer.
Can you elaborate?
No,
Understood.
this is what the
I said
campaign
that.
is about.
Oh.
All right, and he's going to call a bird in with his staff, which is going to appear. And he calls forth this little blue quail, and there's only one of them, and it's hopping around his office and whatnot, and it's tame enough that it's only going to flee if one of you gets too close to it. And he says to the 5 of you, can you get a feather from this bird without plucking one? This is the second test.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Elias stands up, walks a little bit close to it, tries to see how far close she can get before it starts moving away.
Okay, so it's you have to get rather close to it in order for it to just like bob away.
Okay, I'll get as close as I could.
Mm-hmm.
and then turn around and look at everybody and just get this just absolute like smile of like pure evil on my
Oh, no.
face.
Oh, no.
And then turn around and scream at the bird as loud as I can.
All right. DC 16 intimidation check.
While she's doing that, can I look around the office to see if I can find the nest of sorts or possibly a feather that's on the ground?
Sure.
That's
Sure.
in coloration.
Yep. So, I'll need a perception check from you, Victoria, and I'm going to resolve Aaliyah's since she rolled. You definitely spook it enough that it begins flapping its wings in panic, and it dislodges a feather.
Skip over, pick up the feather, then skip back to my seat and sit down.
Yeah.
Now that-
Is the perception private? Sorry, blind or public?
It will be public. It's going to be a
Ah.
DC 13. Oh, okay. You made it privately. That's okay.
Okay,
That's no, that's
Do I
okay.
just reveal that one or?
Yeah, reveal.
Alright. Because it is pretty good. It's 24.
Yeah, so your keen eyes spot that his inkwell on the table has a feather of the exact same bird.
I'm gonna teacher Odd, and can I grab this for a second?
And he says, "Why, yes, child. Do you need to write something?"
Well, not really, but and I'll sort of just lightly lift up. Would this be a feather from that little bird?
Why, yes, it is. How absent-minded of me. And he just laughs. All right, that's 2 people done. 3 to go.
I'm going to nature check to try to get. Would nature be the right one for trying to get close to the bird without it freaking out and being angry at me?
You can use nature or survival at your whim.
Both +4, so I will use nature.
Okay.
Blind or not blind?
Not blind, because I'm about to tell you the DC. The DC announced is 13.
All right, let's go.
You
Try to
found
get
the
close to
easiest
the-
way to do this.
Be nice.
Yes.
Whew.
And it
Wait,
fails.
that's a 6. No, I thought it was a 9. I thought I barely got it. Dang it.
So
Dang you, bird.
you try to get close to it, and you do your own little bird sounds and whatnot, and it just looks at you and puffs up and backs up.
Wrong bird noises.
Kadric wants to ask the professor,
Yeah.
what's your bird's name?
Oh! His name is Indigo.
Indigo.
Mm-hmm.
And Kadric is just going to turn over.
Cade?
To face the bird. Cade.
The terrible
Cade is making a
sorcerer?
return.
The terrible sorcerer?
He who
From the
shall not be
Abomination
named.
Vault? No, we don't speak his name here.
His legend has found its way here.
Why, yes, of course, his shadow reaches over all. We live in fear of him.
First attempt at world domination. Anyways,
Yeah.
and I turn towards the bird. Indigo.
And the
May
bird
I
looks
please
up at
have
you,
a feather?
and Indigo chirps at you, and you see the little subtitles that says, "Fuck you."
Oh, Kadric smirks. It says, please.
It chirps again and says, like, "Try again, Jolly Green Giant."
Racism from a little blue bird.
I
But-
try to be nice to the bird again.
Mm-hmm. But now because someone has engaged it and got its attention, the check will be easier because it's distracted.
Ah.
So now
Got over being
DC
scared to
10.
death.
All right, let's try it.
DC 10
Also, try to
nature.
grab 3 feathers.
Oh! Greedy. I will give you 2 for that roll.
2 feathers. All right. So I grab the 2 feathers and back off quickly before the bird notices.
All right. And Professor Otok looks at you and shakes his head. I said without plucking.
Oh, yeah.
Kadric sits and reaches into his backpack and
Mhm.
pulls out a little bit of rations and drops it in front of him.
It
May I
immediately goes
please
over.
have-
It immediately goes over and starts taking the food from your hand, and a feather shakes loose.
Thank you.
It chirps at you again, and the subtitles say, "Mortal, you have pleased me."
Me and you will be best friends. I'll call you
So-
Brain.
In theory,
Mm-hmm.
if I hand this feather to somebody, they didn't pluck it, I did, so they could pass. But I would not.
Correct.
So I hand the feather to our one other person who has not yet plucked one. Or not yet gotten one.
And then Kadric looks at the Shisk and says, "Want to trade?"
I would greatly enjoy that.
And then we trade for a second feather.
That is quite an interesting answer. You saw through a technicality and solved it. It is not my choice to refuse you. I accept this. All right. And then he dismisses the bird. And then he presents to you a small, harmless Garandi shovel snout snake. It's with very distinctive scale patterns. And he says, like, this is like a normal garden variety snake. It has no venom. It doesn't bite. And he puts it on the ground before you all, and the snake kind of looks at you kind of happily and whatnot. And he says, yes, you passed because someone gave it to you. And you didn't
Thank you.
pluck it. Yep. You're good. And he says, presenting the snake, can you get a secret from this snake? And he'll go back against the wall and lean and observe you all.
I can help. And Disco will walk up to the snake. Yeah, I'm not druid yet, so I can't talk to animals. However, I think I will attempt a nature check to determine
Okay.
the species of snake and
Sure.
to know what it's probably like. What's a fun like zoo fact about this type of snake?
Sure. DC 15. You can make it public because I've announced the check.
Flat D.
Yep. So, you identify a hidden spike on the snake's tail.
Interesting.
So, you have found a secret.
I show Professor OT. Do snakes of this variety usually have these type of appendages? And I point to the horn.
And he says, like, no, you have succeeded, my child, my tree. I'm not sure. You have
Sprout?
succeeded.
Thank you. And I place the snake back down and pet it on its head twice and walk away.
Yes, it really likes that. It blinks one of its eyes.
By the way, when the bird was interacting with, I don't know who was trying to pluck her feathers, its feathers, but did the subtitles appear like publicly or just for that one person?
No, that was just me being cute.
Okay, I didn't kind of.
That's okay. I do things subtly like that because I don't want it to detract from what's happening. I'm just being me.
All right. Well, I'm gonna spend 1 minute. I'm gonna pursue a lead, and I'm gonna designate this snake as my subject.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
So you get like the
And-
little interrogation light and whatnot and put it in the questioning chair?
I don't know. I just need to examine it. Which, yeah, I can
Okay.
just do. I mean, I don't know really how this works because I've never done it. So
That's okay. So the way that you justify a skill check is that you justify what you're doing, which you have done. You're going to pursue a lead. This is currently what you're investigating. It's the snake in order to pass the test. So you can use, devise stratagem or whatnot, and you can say whether or not you want to apply that roll to a skill check or an attack or things like that.
neat. I mean, that's for an attack roll. Anyways, I want to check like if there's like Victoria probably wouldn't know about the species, but she wants to check if there's like anything odd on the body, or possibly maybe it's inside of its mouth if it has it slightly open, or something
Sure.
among those lines.
Yeah. So this is perception or...
Well, I guess perception.
Okay, you can justify using any skill. I'm just
So
going with
I-
the one that came to mind.
Okay, so I roll perception.
Mhm.
Okay, so I can add +1 from my pursue lead, right?
Yes.
All right, public roll, right?
Public roll. DC 15. Ah.
20 as well.
Yep, and you look at it and you notice that it blinked one eye when it was pleased because one of its eyes is blind. And you can clearly see this now that someone has interacted with it. And that's another secret of the snake.
And I'll speak to Professor. Professor, this snake, it cannot see on one side, on this eye specifically.
And he nods and says, like, very observant of you, child. So that's
I
two
wanna-
people.
I want to do a skill check to see if this snake could be used in medicine, like its
Okay.
species.
Sure.
I'm gonna get close to the snake and try to talk to it in one of my 6 languages, hoping that it's actually a special snake.
Okay. So, Kadric, as you examine the snake with your medical ability and whatnot, you don't think it's used in any sort of alchemical or potion or ritual that you're aware of. And which languages are you doing? Just all of them? Just trying things?
Yeah, I have Common, Dwarven, Mawargi, Shisk, Sylvan, and Undercommon.
Yep, you try addressing the snake in all these languages, and it just kind of looks at you and then gets disinterested.
Fair enough.
While they're all doing this, Alea is going to get not quite in arm's reach of the snake, and she wants to take a look at everything about it, like colors, length, size, all of those things, because the word secret set off some alarm bells for her. And so I don't know if it would be like if I could use my esoteric lore for this to sort of
You
look
can.
up if I've heard anything, or if it would be occultism, but one of those secret things.
You can use whatever role you wish so long as you justify it. And you do notice it has a distinctive scale pattern.
Do occultism.
Okay. The DC is 17.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
That's okay. But you do notice its distinctive scale pattern. I will say that.
I know it sounds weird, but can I open my book and look through it, and as a backup from knowledge on occultism?
If you have a specific item that adds a circumstance bonus or item bonus to a skill check, then yes.
Okay. Yeah, my tome is where I pull my esoteric lore from. So It's always a fallback.
Yes. All right. So you look at this distinctive pattern and you look over your esoteric lore and you start realizing that these patterns, that the snake was born alongside a shadow twin who watches events from the spirit world.
Well, this snake here, he's got a spy, and it sits in the other world and just watches what this one does. I don't know how secret that is, though. I mean, everybody that looks at these could probably figure it out with the right amount of time to think about it.
And Professor OT nods and says that you are a very observant woman. Not many people are aware of the Shadow Realm.
It's in a book. She turns around and goes and sits down.
Okay. Who's left? 2 people?
I
Yeah.
am left.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a quick detect magic.
Okay.
Which only tells me if there is magic in the room, which really won't sum anything up, but
There is magic in the room.
alright. Well, now I know.
Patrick, thinking about, it being a magic school
Mm-hmm.
and being around a professor, wants to check and see if he can tell any specific magical traits that was given to the snake. Thinking Arcana.
Okay. All right. So as you look at the pattern of the snake and whatnot, and you heard those facts about the Shadow Realm and everything else, you start looking at the scales and realize, while they may not be used in potions, alchemical, or rituals, you think that some of those scales might be used within a wand's focus. Kind of explaining why there is, that sort of twin in the other world. Maybe this could be made into a wand that is somewhat special. Having a duplicate in the Shadow Realm or being effective against Shadow Realm creatures. There are a lot of possibilities.
The snake. Its scales could be used as a focus for a magical implement.
Ah, and Professor OT looks up, nodding, smiling. So you're saying while this snake may not be dangerous here, it could be transformed into a weapon?
Yes, and all snakes are dangerous.
All right.
Yeah, they
all
are.
have to. Don't let them disrespect you, little snake.
That's not disrespect. That's perfect respect. You don't want a snake to get anywhere near me.
All right.
And
One
I want to
person
reach down and
left.
pet the snake.
Okay. Yeah, you can pet the snake.
Yes, I will recall knowledge on these snakes and then give him a good look over to see if there's anything else weird about him.
Sure.
So recall knowledge is
Which
You got to
knowledge?
use it off of a skill.
nature for this one.
Sure. Yes.
Ooh, should have been blind.
Ooh, that's a crit. And you realize something very special about this snake and the barb and everything else, and sort of piecing together everything you've heard from what the others have done. And you sort of work out this ecology of the snake and how it is born and the circumstances under which it's born, under an eclipse. So this snake is exceptionally rare.
Oh. And obviously tell the teacher that I'm like, so this snake was born under an eclipse. That would explain all of these little secrets.
And he nods, smiling, and says, like, that is very impressive. The circumstances of its birth and connection to the shadow plane are explained. You all did a wonderful job. And he takes away the snake, and he's going to take out a bone next. And he says, I think a harder challenge is in order. He smiles as he lays down a bone on the floor. And he leans against the wall again and says, can you soothe the soul of this bone?
Do you know what kind of creature it was?
And he shakes his head.
Well, let's do a sweet recall knowledge on nature to see what kind of bone it is.
Okay.
Let's go another 20. Let's get this. Hey.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, as you're looking it over, you realize that this is a trick question. This isn't ivory.
You said isn't ivory?
It isn't ivory. It's not a bone.
Ah. I guess I'll bring that up to teacher. I'll be like, this isn't a bone?
And he laughs and says, like, you are correct. It is petrified wood. You are an incredibly observant person. I thought I had you with that. And then he'll switch out the petrified wood and put a real bone on the floor.
Let's do a nature check on that one.
No, you're done.
Oh, okay,
You're
never
done.
mind. Undo.
Pass. You
Undo.
pass your test.
Undo.
Undo. So you
Yeah.
stand over there in the corner now.
Oh, okay.
Not
You
so
win, so
terrible.
you're grounded.
Yes.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Other 4 people get a chance. You're an overachiever is what you are. You're too cunning
Like
for your
knowledge,
own
I
good.
need to know.
No,
I need to know.
you're too clever
Okay,
for
I
your
got it.
own good.
who wishes to go next?
Elias stands up, kind of looks at everybody, seeing if anybody was moving around first. And she walks forward and she says, well, I know that where I'm from, when we want to give rights to someone that died, that there's a dance that we usually do, but I don't know if that would be appropriate here. And she looks up to the teacher sort of with a question on her face.
And he gives kind of motion with his hand, smiling. Please, child.
All right. Then she will start to try the dance. It's big arm movements, swirl around, kind of move in a circle around the thing, and
DC
see what we get.
15 performance.
okay.
I would like to sort of. Okay. I'm
No,
just
no,
gonna
go
say
ahead.
it.
Go ahead. I'll resolve it
say
as soon as you're
while
done.
she's performing the dance, I'll say, well, we usually bury the dead and say prayers for them, so I'll say a prayer for this one.
Okay.
And I'll sort of just start a short prayer, sort of like whichever beast you were a part of or creature, may you find better life in whatever place you are now.
All
and
right.
so on.
DC 15 religion.
Intrigue. Oh, I'm not. 17. Oof.
Mm-hmm. And he seems satisfied by the dance and the prayer. So I believe that's 3 people taken care of.
Daedric looks down at the bone, then looks back to the teacher. This is one I'll have to decline, because we burn our dead.
And he nods. He's not going to force you. 1 person left.
I'm gonna try to roll an occultism check to see if there's something peculiar about this bone.
Okay. All right.
22.
You take a look at the bone, and you realize that this is a Knoll's bone that is used by bone collectors. What they usually do is they summon the spirits of the dead within the bones and use them for their lore as well as to fight alongside them, possibly as summoners.
Interesting. I think now Disco would take it to a point to the Professor OT.
Mm-hmm.
Could this bone not be used as a focus for spells?
Why, yes. Yes, it could. But what sort of spells do you mean?
It seems like this is used to summon entities. If that makes any sense.
It does. It does. And with that, we're going to go on to the final task.
Oh, here you go then. And I'll
Yep.
hand off the null bone.
Mm-hmm. Actually, he's going to leave it with you and say, please return that to Anchor Root.
Anchor root.
Now,
Well, with a name like that, you gotta be a gnome.
she is.
Is that the task, or?
No, it's just a favor. And then he's going to lay down a regular, ordinary stone on the ground. And he's going to lean up against the wall and say, my final task, before I ask you to pick a magical symbol, can you make the stone dance by itself?
Hold up, I just gotta go something do quick.
Yep, that's fine.
Make a stone dance.
Leia just kind of tilts her head quizzically and says, "What do you mean by itself?"
Use your judgment. And he smiles.
Well, I guess we have to ask the question if, well, when that bird lost its feather earlier and it moved towards the ground and is waving back and forth, did the bird move it, or did the wind, or was it moving by itself?
These are interesting questions. And Disco's gonna walk to the rock and ask, will you dance with us? First in Common, then in Mwangi, then in Arasu.
Okay. The stone does not move.
Interesting.
I'm going to take a little bit of rope from my backpack.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. How big is the rock?
It's as big or as small as you want it to be, like the palm of your hand.
Okay, so I'll tie it around the rock.
Okay.
I'll sort of just slightly. Yeah, what?
Okay. I said okay.
Yeah. And I'll sort of slightly twist the rope, and I'll raise it so it sort of slightly starts spinning.
Okay.
And I'll ask Professor Dot, would this qualify as dancing?
So, with this particular motion, are you going to use acrobatics, athletics, thievery, or anything else? Or are you just going to do the interact item?
I guess just interact. I'm just sort of lifting it, nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not lifting the rock, lifting the rope that is holding the rock.
Right, right. And he shakes his head.
I'll untie the rope and put it
Okay.
back.
That's okay.
Leia's gonna walk over to the stone, pick it up off the ground, and then she kind of like looks at it, and then she just starts spinning as fast as she can.
Okay.
And then I want to try and just let it go. There's walls here, right? I didn't ask that first.
There are walls and windows, yes. There are also other people you could throw it at.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna make an effort to try and throw it against one of the walls and have it bounce around.
Okay. Now for this, I will need a check.
Okay, which one?
That is up to
I
you.
can do. I would think acrobatics.
Okay.
I'm not trying to use strength.
DC 17 acrobatics. All right, you
We're so close.
Yep, you hit Professor OT in his shin, and he says like, "Ah, you made me dance," and he laughs.
Leia just kind of jokingly starts dancing along with him.
Okay.
Kadric wants to pick up the rock and inspect it, see if there's any kind of magic that, like a magic word or something that he can discern from the rock.
All right. Professor OT tells you it is a normal rock.
Rats.
Not a bad idea.
Everybody's
I
still.
got nothing for this one, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody seems
Can I
stumped
try
up.
again?
Yeah, child, you may try again so long as you promise not to hurt me.
I won't throw it again.
Here,
do
I
you-
will, and I want to throw it against the wall just direct. Smack.
Okay.
I'll,
All right. I'm going to need an athletics for that. DC 17.
I'm gonna hide behind the chair just in case.
All right. So that was almost a critical success. And you skip and spin the rock with sufficient force that it continues moving by itself long enough that Professor OT says, okay, just don't destroy my office. You pass. And now one person has passed.
Interesting.
Well,
Leia sends her familiar over and grabs bites the rock,
Okay.
brings it back
Ugh.
to her.
Fetch.
That's a good voice, Uma. And I want to just bend down and finagle it and try to figure out how I can spin it on one of its sides so it's, spinning and staying up on its own motion.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
I would think probably thievery. It's just fine work, but whatever you think.
Whatever you justify. DC 17. Yep, and you spin it like a top, and Professor OT nods and says, like, that is sufficient, child. Yes.
She picks up the rock, wipes it off on the edge of her cloak, and then puts it back down for somebody else.
Victoria is gonna ask, but how was that by itself?
Ah. And he smiles. An excellent question. Remember when I said to use your own judgment, but you asked me for approval?
I do a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Disco is gonna walk up to the rock and just stare at it for a while,
Don't intimidate the rock.
and then turn to Professor OT. This rock is moving along the rest of us.
And he gasps as he looks at you and says, "Explain yourself, Tree."
And the tree looks up at the ceiling as if it's gazing beyond the wood and stone structure.
Yeah.
Are
Magnitudes
we not
of 10
rotating?
film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we not rotating on the same plane?
And he clasps his hands together as if almost to clap, and he stops himself from applauding. You are very wise. I accept this.
Thank you.
That's my best friend.
Wait, you can make best friends, and I go into the dirt and drive it on.
No, not again! My opus!
Sorry, I'll stop.
No. You don't make friends. You make a relationship between two people. That's labeled as friends.
I see.
And he tries to build a boat named
Dang it.
Relation.
I and this is my familiar relation.
A little wooden boat that he takes to bath time.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh God.
Yeah.
2 people left.
Well, I'm just gonna use telekinetic projectile and launch it to the roof,
No!
and then it's gonna come back down.
My God! My office! No! That's acceptable.
Yeah.
What?
Back
My
to brute
office?
force.
Why? Why?
I'm gonna stand in front of Professor OT, and then in me standing in front of Professor OT, I am going to use ceremony protection, so the
God.
wood becomes a bright sheen of pink and green,
Okay.
just to protect him and raise my AC by 1 in the event the rock comes back to hit him.
One person left.
Well, I guess you could say in certain dances there are pauses. Maybe this rock is currently... No, I will say that this rock is currently dancing. It's just pausing for a bit, like between steps.
Hmm. And he kind of hums to himself. Yes. Yes. Within motion, there are rests. Yes. I'll accept this. Because it makes logical sense. And you've convinced me. I did not think about it that way. You and the tree have given me the most unique answers. While you two, and he points over to the sheik and the half-orc, you two.
Oh.
It's
Sometimes
just
the
like,
simplest answer is the best answer.
Sir, my answer was directed at one wall. He unleashed the flubber.
No, I said to that one wall. The wall just happened to be the roof.
I trust while you are at the Magambia, you will not do this to your fellow students while seeking your answers.
Depends on how important the answers are.
That is quite worrying.
Well, I'm not a liar, see, so.
Well, yes. This is important that you are honest with yourself. Now comes the moment of truth. And he's going to put 6 symbols of magic on the ground. You may choose the same symbol if you wish. Or you may all choose different symbols. It's up to you, and he spreads them out on the ground of his office.
I mean, one of these is my astrological sign. We're very
That's
close
funny.
to it.
I'm gonna do a recall knowledge.
Nope.
To see if I recognize it. Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Got it.
Nope. You just choose one.
They- Are they blinking like that?
Yep.
I only see 4.
Should be 6.
Yeah, there's...
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
It's only
blinking.
3 at a
Scroll
time.
out.
Yeah.
Scroll out.
Cade's gonna pick this one.
Okay.
I'm
Cade!
gonna choose the
Cade?
one
Yeah,
Again?
Cade, you're-
like a pie.
Cage.
Okay. All right. So we have 2.
I guess
Leia
I'll
will-
go for the eyeball.
Yeah, Leia's gonna pick the eyeball as well.
Okay, so 2
we
people
go.
picked the same one. That's fine. 1 left.
Is there any symbol that calls out to me? Or is this just a choice thing, Bramble?
This is a choice thing.
Okay. I think for green, I will choose the one here on the left that looks like a horseshoe.
Okay. So, I'll start with you then. Since you picked
Yeah.
that symbol, you gain Stabilize as a primal innate spell.
Uh-oh.
Healer tree. Healer tree.
So
Um,
the person
ahead.
or people who pick the eye gain Shield as an arcane innate spell.
I already have shield.
That you can switch it out. It's fine. It's fine.
Got another. Okay.
Well, I
Some-
don't.
Someone's singing. Someone's
My son
singing.
is singing. trying to mute myself as much as possible.
That's fine. That's fine. All right. So, Kadric, not Cade, Kadric, you gain guidance as a primal innate spell. And for Victoria, let's see here. You gain Dancing Lights as a primal innate spell.
Nice.
What's my spellcasting modifier going to be for this?
You do it on your sheet, so let's go to Kadric.
Yes.
All right. And spellcasting
I'm there.
entry,
Yep, adding it now.
primal innate.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
My spell ability. Is it intelligence?
No, it's wisdom for primal.
Primal's wisdom.
Oh, well, that's.
Guidance doesn't require a DC, so you're okay.
Okay.
Yeah. These are meant to be helpful cantrips you get for free at the beginning of the module to give you your first vestiges of magic, because you're starting to become aware of yourselves, each other, and the world around you. This signifies your first step into the magical academy. That's why you're getting this, even if you're not a spellcaster right now. Because Professor OT has helped to awaken some piece of understanding within you through these lessons. And it seems he has one final question for you, but he doesn't require an answer right away because he knows you're tired and you want to get to the Spire dorm and you probably want to rest and meet everyone else. At the Magambia, we seek to understand our differences. Where others might dismiss a trait as irrelevant or troublesome, we understand that the things that make us unique in life are key to the people who we are as people. And it is who we are as people that defines our magic, like I showed you just now. Sometimes, it is things that are different about us, things that societies have taught us to hate, that show us what our talent will be. To the north, people say that children with white or red hair have strong potential for magic. Here in Nambantu, we recognize that left-handed people are skilled at undoing spells. One student of mine is terrified of butterflies, even though he considers it ridiculous. Yet in exchange for this fear of fluttering whimsy, he has one of the most orderly minds for games and strategy I have ever seen. Sometimes we do not understand our magic, and that lack of understanding causes pain. People who are comfortable in their own skin are incredible shape changers, but often feel unsettled until they recognize the shape they were meant to be. Those who feel an urge to jump from high places often become frightened of themselves, because they are simply channeling the untrained will to fly. Sometimes our talents are not revealed by happy means. And Professor OT's face becomes somber as he continues. One student here had a family who planned her life out from birth to death, punishing her when she deviated the slightest bit. She only found freedom in the thought of her grave, and as a result, the dead began to speak to her. Here, she has the freedom to choose her own path, but her necromancy remains strong. You don't have to share. But I want you to ask yourselves, what about you defines you? Even if others rarely notice it. Is it something inside you that pulls at you, perhaps defying rational explanation? Thus, I return to my first question. Who are you? And how can that person best be guided to grow? I will hear your final answer.
Kadric stands. I'm Kadric. Just point me in the direction of greatness. I'll find my way.
I am Victoria, and I'll learn more about this, learn more about myself, and then I'll come back to you, Professor, with a more detailed answer.
I'm Alea, and I want to understand why the world is the way it is, how everything is connected, and how it all works.
I'm Disco. I am still lost. But that does not mean I'm lost without purpose.
I am Somshu, and I still seek knowledge.
All right. You have
And world
passed.
domination.
No, and you have passed your first quest, the group interview and aptitude tests. I grant you 80 XP. And now he's going to direct you to the Spire Dormitory, where you'll stay as students of the Magambia. However, the rain doesn't stop, so you're going to have to walk through the rain. Tell me a little bit about how prepared your characters are. You know, are you the sort of person that brings an umbrella with you all the way from the Heron Archives over here? You gotta walk.
I think for Disco, there's no necessary preparation for the elements, considering they are all made of organic material. They just walk in the rain as they see fit.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah, Victoria's probably just gonna be hopping from sort of, what do you call the underside of a roof?
Overhang.
Overhang, yeah. Just avoiding the rain where she can.
Do you not like the water?
No.
Here,
Well,
and
I
I'll
don't
hand
like
you.
getting wet. The water is fine.
I'll hand you the bedroll that is in my backpack.
Oh, thanks.
I'm actually not sure how this works. So, Elea takes her new shield spell, and she's been pretty much since she got it, like putting it on, taking it off repeatedly.
Yeah.
But put it up, but then walk outside the door and see if I still get wet.
You still
That's
get
clever.
that.
Oh, it's not harmful rain.
Yep. Yep. It's one of those
Well, then.
semi-permeable barriers.
And
Well, then
Somshu-
I will put my cloak up and go.
Okay.
And Somshu only wears minimal clothing, anyways, so just kind of walks through it. Not used to rain, but
No
not
problem.
really much they can do at this point.
Yep, yep. And you begin to walk through the rain and just tough it out for the most part. And, that's where you meet this person. If the PDF gods are kind and actually let me go to the little, nope, the bookmark. The bookmark is,
In
I
the
miss-
arms of the
Don't start with that song. No one has died.
Yes.
No one's died.
You're the cleric. You should make sure that that doesn't happen.
He's a cleric with negative charisma. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to, converse better over time, I guess.
I swear. I wish PDF importer still worked in version 10.
Victoria's
Yeah.
gonna say to Elia. So, I heard you are from Alkenstar. How is it there? I've heard things, but none were too pleasant about that place.
Well, it's dirty and loud, and there's lawmen everywhere, and if you don't watch where you're stepping, you're likely to get killed just as much as you are to get where you're going. Anything else?
Well, no, not really. I'm curious, maybe.
Oh,
Can
oh,
talk about it.
and
Mhm.
magic is broken over there. You try to cast magic, you might turn into a lizard or something.
I thought for a while that magic was broken in Absalom, but I was proven wrong very quickly.
I ain't never been to Absalom. That's a big city, isn't it?
Yeah, one of the biggest, really, in the world as far as I know.
Well, maybe I get to go there someday. Took me all my life to get out of Alkenstar, and it took me almost a year to get here. So I don't know how long it'll take me to get somewhere like that.
Maybe I can show you around. I can show you to my. You see, just Victoria sort of stops and sort of looks
There we go.
fairly down at the moment.
All right, so it's still raining. I have to turn that back on. It doesn't follow us. But top down. There we go. And as you continue your conversation, you feel as though the rain is stopping, despite the fact it is continuing. And you sort of hear someone from behind you as someone is holding a spider silk umbrella over your heads, and she has a couple of them in one of her handfuls and says, sorry, I tried to get over as quickly as I could. It rains here a lot. Hello,
No.
my name is Essie. Nice to meet you all. And she hands you an umbrella if you care to have one.
Yeah, thank you, Essie.
Of course.
Sure.
Thank you very much. My name is Victoria.
Pleasure,
Victoria
Victor.
Relay.
A pleasure, yes. And do you extend a hand to her or anything, or?
Yeah, if she does so.
Yeah. She does the little fist bump. She doesn't do a handshake. She's not proper.
I would say.
Oh. That's a
Being
cool
that.
way to greet someone as well. I like it.
Oh.
You got your
down with the
beads?
fist bump.
Beads. What for?
Your beads.
Mardi Gras beads?
No. Your beads.
We just arrived here. We are not sure what the
Listen.
beads are.
Yeah,
Oh,
listen, you just need to tell us what that is. We don't have them.
Oh, I'm so sorry. And she takes out some lengths of string after she gets you all on the overhang and whatnot. And then you see this, cat folk laying down on the veranda here, eating a sticky mango, laying down as she starts handing out some straps to you and whatnot. Please take these. It's how we identify students at the Bangambia. You weren't told about beads?
No, probably Professor forgot or something.
That's not like him.
Professor OT did not tell us. He was too busy testing us on our prowess.
Maybe this was also part of the test.
Perhaps
Maybe we
he's...
should go back and ask.
Oh, no, there's no need for that. You probably had a long journey, and I'm sure you all want lunch and to be shown your rooms and around the dormitory and whatnot. And she motions over to the cat folk that's over there that looks like he's kind of, like a feral or whatnot with the big ears, and says, that man over there is Cheshire. And she looks at him kind of like with disgust in her eyes and says, do not be a lazy sod like him. And Cheshire just looks back at Essie and says, everyone knows that Amuran's got the best magic. You're just jealous.
Thought all magic was same.
Nope. Cat magic, best magic. Is that
I'll
tree
do other
talking?
magic. Is that cat talking?
How dare you?
Yeah.
I'd never seen the talking cat before. The same way you have not seen the talking tree before. Is that what I am? A tree?
Well, you do look like it quite a lot.
Ah,
Like,
Interesting.
No offense or anything. You just do resemble one, very much so.
none taken. I don't know what
Now
offends
you're a
me.
wet tree.
I wish I could have some sunlight right now. That's what I wish for.
And he
But-
laughs.
But Layla will sort of turn and give him the eyes and be like, well, hi, maybe you can show me how to do cat magic sometime.
I don't think so. Humans don't have the aptitude. And he just kind of smugly turns back to his mango. At this, Esri steps on his tail as she walks inside, and he goes like, meow, and just like scatters off.
That's
Don't
not
mind
good
him.
cat magic.
Yeah, his only magic is sleeping. Don't listen to him. And she motions you all inside.
And inside we go.
Yep, and you'll see that this place is extremely colorful.
Whoa. This looks like my exoskeleton.
You're what?
My
Are you an insectoid?
I don't know. All I know is I'm here.
You don't look like a spider person.
Are there spider people here?
There are. They made these umbrellas for you.
Well, give them my thanks.
Ah, yes, I shall.
Keep this.
Of course, yeah, it's our
Oh.
gift to you.
Awesome.
Okay.
You're
Well, my
going
name's
to...
Leia.
Umbrella.
Yes, pleasure to meet you, and she fist bumps you, even if you extend a
Oh.
hand for a handshake.
He just
Oh.
curtsies.
That's
It's
right.
just like-
I am Disco.
She looks at you and why are you squatting? Do you need to use the lavatory? It's down that way for ladies.
Oh. Well, why not?
Yeah, you can look at any of the restrooms or whatnot, but she's gonna give you a guided tour and whatnot. And says like, yes, we shall have some lunch prepared for you in the meantime. Please do keep your umbrella with you. It is going to rain a lot here. I don't even know how to begin explaining that. I've lived here most of my life, and it's difficult for me to accept that most people don't realize that inside of a rainforest, they don't think that it would rain.
But when do we see the sun? Asking for a friend.
And she kind of goes like, occasionally.
I'm in the wrong campaign. And no, I'm kidding.
Don't worry, we'll get you some liquid sunlight or something.
Next up,
Liquid
dungeon
sun.
crawling.
Oh, there's even less sun in dungeon. Why would you want to go into a dungeon?
Well, I wouldn't,
Well,
definitely.
Well,
Sir,
because there's things there that aren't outside of the dungeon. That's the best reason.
Ah. Well, the first thing she's going to show you is the living space and whatnot. She takes you over to the chairs and the couch and whatnot and says, please sit if you care to.
very comfy.
Yes, this will be your lounge. If you care to study here, you may. It's just, that tree is not sentient. That is a regular tree.
Who's talking to trees here?
Say, sorry to ask you, but I don't. Did you say you were a professor, a student?
Oh, I'd like to be a professor sometime. That's exactly why I volunteered to show you around and whatnot. The actual professors won't be introducing themselves to you until after your 5-day prerequisite.
So, what is entitled with this 5-day prerequisite?
And
Are
she
we
looks
just to stay on campus?
she looks happily and clasps her hands together and says, "I'm glad you asked," as if she's very, very happy to explain it all to you. During this period, it's considered more of a public service to the people of the Magambia, and we, as your fellow students, will be designating your tasks over the next 5 days, and we have quite a bit planned out for you. And judging your success on these tasks and how you help people with your magic or with your knowledge, we will be introducing you to your teachers. Failure to complete the prerequisite would, of course, mean that you would not attend the Magambia.
Okay, but is this like a test, or is this just stuff that you don't want to do?
Both!
That is fair.
Clean the latrine.
No,
So is the
no,
food-
please. Please. And she rests a hand on your shoulder. She probably has to reach up to you to do that and says, like, no, do not think of them as chores. This is a service to the people of the Magambia and also of the city of Damantu.
Cleaning is a service.
No,
Right.
it's not going to be that.
Well,
Right.
I'll
Just
try
remember,
my-
you're not on fire. You're just heating up quickly. It's nice. You just say it differently.
She seems off taken by your sarcasm, but she tolerates it.
What's
Oh,
this
look.
room?
I made her quiet. Got to figure out how to do that trick more often.
And you can hear
That's a good
laughter
thing.
from down the hallway as Cheshire calls back, she got you! She got you, Essie. And she just kind of
Okay.
looks like kind of sour now.
Is that what friends do?
Some friends. They call
Sometimes.
us busting balls. But you just met this person.
Well, this person is very nice, from what it seems like.
This person thinks they're in charge. Nobody in charge is nice.
She always thinks
I
she's in
mean-
charge. As this little knoll sneaks up on you and
Oh my god.
looks up directly at you and says, like, it is the strength of thousands that guides friendship. Hello, new friends.
Hello.
You're
Who
quite
might you be?
I believe we have something for you.
What?
Oh,
How do you know that?
Because Teacher Ott told us.
Teacher OT?
Mm.
He is a very
Yes.
kind man.
What is your name?
Ancherut, right?
Yes, my name is Ankarut. I am a no bone collector. I could speak about bones for decades, but I don't want to bore you. And she kind of like lowers her ears.
Here's a bone. I hand the bone that's in my inventory.
Okay. And
Alea's going to say in Knoll to her, you don't have to be afraid of us. So no one here is going to hurt you.
You speak the language of my people. This makes me so happy. And she kind of yips. Many people can. Oh, yes. Many people consider my kind to be savages and exotic, but it is good. It is very good to be part of society. They do not realize that we have much to offer.
Well, maybe sometime we can speak about how I learned to speak your language. It's a fun story.
Oh, yes, I would greatly appreciate that. And she takes the bone that Disco gave her and puts it like back on her necklace.
And maybe you can tell me a bit about bones some other time.
I can tell you right now.
Yeah, a bit, but we're currently at the third that Essie is giving us.
Oh.
You can join.
Why is... And Essie nods and says like, "Oh yes, I will help." And she kind of goes over to Victoria and sniffs her and says like, "You smell like chemicals."
Yeah, I do. I work with them.
Do you drink them?
Occasionally.
You shouldn't drink chemicals. They're bad for you.
Well, I beg to disagree, but
Have you drunk?
Not all of them.
Oh, I read.
Every
Stop moving!
chemical.
Knowles can't see you if you move around real fast.
That wasn't me, by the way. I don't know who moved it.
That was
but-
me. That was me. I said
Oh.
stop moving while I had you selected. I said stop. Because I couldn't stop myself. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Cade just starts randomly dancing in the middle.
Cade! No! Not
Cade, you're-
Cade! And you see like the little knoll hide underneath the table. No!
No, this is Cade Rick.
Oh, okay. And she comes back from underneath the table.
Cadrick's my brother.
How
Cade
come
is my brother.
where do you
Cade
keep
is
your
your brother.
beads?
Oh, we didn't get our beads yet.
You don't have beads!
OT didn't give us beads yet. I think
Doesn't-
Emmy was going to give us. Ezzy, excuse me, not Emmy.
Oh yes, yes. We'll bring
I
you
see.
right over to the Chow Hall after your tour. And we will get you the prerequisite beads. Also, we need to go over to the school store. It's called the Powder Pile. We call it
No.
that because that's where all the magical powders and other spell components are stored and whatnot. Well, you'll be giving your living stipend and things like that. You'll be getting a bead from there as well. And you can attach it to the little string and piece of metal clasp that I've given you. If you need help tying them, just ask.
Thick fingers, tiny knot.
Is it true you use that your people carry around pieces of paper instead of beads? The little no yips at you.
Sometimes. Mostly coins.
But-
You see, because I'm very broke, we use quarters.
Quarters? A quarter of
and
what?
pennies. Quarter
Penny.
of dollar.
Dollar. I've never heard these words before.
It's also new to me.
Wait until I break down the yen.
Why are you green? And Essie just looks at Anchor Root with a little disturbance and like pats her on the head and says like, "Child, you do not just ask people why they are green."
Oh. You see, I'm very sick.
I'm
And I
sorry.
was cursed by a witch.
Do you want to
Which
hear
was
it
my
now?
mother.
So that
No,
means
I'm
you
half
have magic.
orc.
Good one. That's a
Oh.
really good one. I like it.
This is where we find out the entire party except for me has mother issues.
Oh no! You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Hey, I come
Oh,
from
boy.
a village that likes me.
Do they?
Oh, no.
They
Everyone has the
sent me
same
here.
mother.
You just find out on Facebook that they're bad talking you.
Oh God, they sent me here to get rid of me.
Yes.
How come you don't add me on Facebook?
So now that
Fantasy Facebook.
you've seen the common room, I should probably show you where the bathrooms are, just in case.
What's the bathroom?
Well, the bathroom.
We'll
and-
tell you when you're older.
I'm pretty sure I'm older than a lot of you here.
You know how you expel carbon dioxide because it's useless to you?
I don't do photosynthesis.
Actually, trees
Then why do
take
you need
in,
the sun?
Trees take in carbon dioxide and they release
Shake
oxygen.
spell.
Brains.
Brains. Yes.
We
Essie,
have them, yes.
yes. Essie corrects you.
Well, I
as you
am a
say
plant.
this.
Shit. Never mind.
Oh,
I mean, yes.
and she looks over at you and says, "Are you a Leshy?"
I don't think I am.
I mean, you don't really look like one, but I've never met one, so I would not know really.
Are there Lushies here? Maybe I can ask them.
Ah, yes, yes. There are Leshies all over different forests and whatnot. We have them here in the jungle as well.
Nice. Maybe they can tell me what I am.
They'd just as soon play a trick on you than tell you anything.
Candle, candle.
And don't let anybody
Oh, no.
else know who you are.
Wait, what?
Don't let anybody else tell you who you are.
True, but
Disco is disco.
disco never dies.
Do these doors have any labels?
Yeah, you can open the
Yo.
doors.
Disco needs plot armor.
they-
No again.
Do the doors have like signs or labels on them?
Yeah, they have the different people's names and whatnot, and there are rooms for you as well.
We have rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
As you
ooh,
go in, you
what's
see this very, very perturbed young man and whatnot look at you and just like look up from his alchemical, things and say like, even in the Magambia, people knock.
Well, I didn't want to disturb you.
I'd
Besides,
say
you also could have said no.
Wait, what?
this is exactly why I don't like women. And he just gruffs and goes back to his
Dear
studies.
God.
Oh, buddy, you just ain't met the right woman. I'll come see you later.
I highly doubt that.
Have you met Andrew Tate?
And
I'm
he
tired.
he goes out. He looks at Chad Orkington and just goes like, "Oh, what?" And he just like puts down his book and like redoes his hair. Well,
And I
hello
close
there.
the door in his face.
No.
Walk away.
Well, it's locked accidentally, and I break the. I'm kidding.
Oh no.
Well, he'll be interesting.
Even I know from the stars that that name is foul.
I see you have met Ignacy.
Like who? Oh,
Ignacy. He is our, or was our token white person around here. As she looks over to the two ladies.
That's racist.
No, it is not racist. It is simply stating a fact.
So now I'm the token green guy.
Yes.
no, there's Lushies.
And she laughs.
It's okay, that makes me exotic.
No,
Well,
no, we
it
do
does
not
stick
use that
out.
word. We do not use that word, nor do we use the S word around here.
Wait, what's
What's
the
that?
S word?
Savage.
Special?
That. Oh, oops.
Here's the guy
Well,
who
why
tried
not?
to hit on you and failed.
Oh, no, Ignacy.
Yes, be careful of that one. He has quite the appetite for men. Especially
He's got a long way to
military men.
go.
That Draco Malfoy.
Draco Malfoy 3.0.
Yes, and gay.
I mean, Draco's not gay.
No, J.K. Rowling just stated that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She stated a lot of things I don't want to repeat on Twitter.
Especially not while you're streaming.
No, not at all. Not even in company.
Not
or,
even the slightest.
No, never.
Let's see.
Anyway, where's our rooms?
Oh yes. I must show you the washrooms first.
Okay.
Yes.
The tour is very specific, and she leads you down to the west and east halls and says like, boys over there, girls over there.
Entry.
Okay, wait. Which way is the boys?
Right, say it's clearly marked.
I literally don't see it.
It's clearly
It's
marked.
not marked at all.
Do you understand what symbols mean? I know you don't understand beads.
No, I really don't see
The-
any marks. I don't even see ECs.
Oh
Totally.
no. She's just saying that. I'm being cute again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Let
Do
me,
do you
look at-
understand how to be polite? You don't seem to get that part.
and she just
coming
gruffs.
from you?
And you hear the cat guy outside laughing again. It's just like, I like this one. She has the spirit of a beast. So the West Bath.
Beast is one step away from Savage, sir.
Oh no.
Oh
well,
no.
He's a cat person.
Oh no.
So he's one of the bestial ancestries.
Well,
Yeah,
wasn't
the
it
West,
one of you that won our thing earlier on a technicality? I think one step away is fine.
To the west is the women's, to the east is the men's. I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
That's why Ignacy is on the west. Yes.
I didn't win off the technicality. I assisted our Shisk to win on a technicality.
And you
I
come
won
in
fair and
here?
square.
And you see all the bones, and Ankarut, like, quickly
Oh.
follows you inside and says, like, my collection!
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not realize this was your room.
No, go ahead. Touch everything. The more you touch the bones, the better.
Why is it so?
Okay.
Oh, because your spirit leaves an imprint on it. And she says, and she like touches your hands as you touch the bones and says, like, you are communing right now. You are talking to them, and they're talking to you, even if you don't sense it.
Well, do they talk to you?
Yes, they talk.
What's
What-
this one
what are
say?
these?
Just picks
That's
up
a
a random
plate.
one and hands it to her.
That's a plate.
You think it's
It's
just a
not a
real
bone!
round bowl?
It looks like dog bowls.
Those are, that's
that's-
where I get food. That's my water and
Mm.
food dish. I'm not a dog, I'm a knoll.
God, Kadrick wants to itch behind her ears so bad.
You can. You can. She allows
Oh,
you.
I'm gonna do it. Give her the scritches.
Yeah, she taps one of her feet as you do this. And yep, you look over at the bones. You can inspect them or do whatever with them. They seem like no bones.
Ooh. Can I roll a occultism check to see which one looks the most sinister?
Oh, sure, yes.
How many bones are there?
There are a
Many.
lot. She's collecting them, and she can give you optional quests. Yeah, Disco,
bone.
you're looking at the bones, and you're kind of envisioning all these sites of like Knoll warlords and whatnot, just like cutting down hapless victims and everything.
Are these bones of Knoll warlords?
No, they're my family.
Oh. Oh. Are you all that's left?
No,
Okay. What did your family do?
oh, we're bone keepers.
Hmm.
We call upon the spirits of our ancestors, and they help us.
Well, do you need to be at the Magambia to do that? Why are you here?
Well, I have, and she just kind of like lowers her ears and whatnot. I do not wish to say.
That
It's
is
okay.
fine. I don't even know why I'm here.
Well, you are here to learn.
Maybe.
I am sorry.
No.
Maybe one
no,
day I
no
tell you.
sorries. That is fine.
It's okay, Anchor Root. We all got our secrets.
I'm sorry, I'm probably boring you. And she cries and runs under the bed.
Well, these were very interesting bones, and Disco walks out.
Okay.
Leaves her to sulk.
Not boring at all.
Wow.
Walks even further.
Yeah.
Anchor, you can tell me more in detail about every bone set later, okay?
I will once I finish crying.
You're right. Don't cry too much.
Kadrick puts the rest of the ration he fed the bird in the food dish and walks out.
You put it in the food bowl.
Yeah.
Before Sumshu leaves, just kind of peeks under the bed, and it's like, your knowledge of bones has been very enlightening. Thank you. And then
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
All right, what are the labels on these doors here? So we don't see them.
Yeah. You walk in here,
Start
and,
opening.
and it looks like a hurricane has come through this room. No one's in it.
Ah, male's bathroom, yes.
No. No, it's not a bathroom, Essie says. No. It's just like you don't know what beads are. You don't know what bathrooms are. Where did you come from?
Oh, teach us.
Well, he doesn't. This explains the smell.
Oh, that's not
Aw.
very nice.
Rude.
This is my room.
Oh, well,
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
that's not nice.
You hear
You-
laughing from outside and choking as he chokes on the mango. God, I wish I was in there. So,
Well, you
the
can-
tubs. Oh, go ahead.
Well, you could certainly use a bit of cleanup in your room. That's for certain.
A disorganized room is the sign of an organized mind. So,
You can have both.
this room is crammed to the brim with hiking and sports sticks, cut pieces of leather, carving supplies, book glue, parchment, stray books, and half-done sewing projects. Despite this quality, Essie says that it's clean right now.
Have
Too
you
many
ever
materials.
thought about re-auditing your life and becoming more organized?
Maybe one day when I'm married.
What does marriage have to do with organizational skills?
Everything.
Skills take practice. Are you
Well-
just going to be a crappy wife until you get married and all of a sudden everything's great?
And you hear massive chortling from outside as she just blushes and fumes.
I'm not trying to put you down. I'm trying to assist you. I'll help you organize.
Well, I suppose I could use some help in that regard, yes. And you hear coughing and
Ca-
choking from
Cadric.
outside.
Let me give you a piece of advice here while you're at school. When it comes to talking to ladies, less is more. You just gotta stop.
What? Anyways, all you really need in life is a battle axe.
Agree to disagree.
That's
Set
the
of
li-
potions.
That's the ladies' bathroom.
Er,
And to the north is the ladies' washroom. Yeah, so you see this kind of a simple place and whatnot. There's sitting room and there's little buckets and whatnot. This is where you wash yourself before you get into the tub.
So, like a Japanese onsen?
Well, and Essie says you don't want to go into the water if you're dirty. You'll just get the water dirty. You've got to clean off first.
It is an onsen.
Is it actually?
Looks
Open
good.
your bath. Is there like a ceiling that you can see the outside to?
Well, there doesn't need to be.
Well, I'm
As
asking for
long as
character.
there's a cool picture on the wall, then it's.
I'm asking for character reasons, not for aesthetics.
It's just like the tree does not understand what a bathroom is.
Interesting. So
Ah,
what
yes,
do you do in these bathrooms?
You linked the story. Thank you very much. They posted that, and I thought that was so cute.
Yeah. Well, in a bathroom, well, how do I say this? Out with the old, in with the new. I'm not really sure what more to tell you.
Okay, well, I'll figure it out on my way to the bathroom one day.
Well, that's a misnomer. It's not actually a bathroom. It's more like a toilet room. But yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter. You call it whatever you want.
Understood.
What are these doors down here?
That one used to be Maremia's old room before Hybrim won it in a card game, and so he got the bigger room.
He? Because
Yeah.
he just wanted to be in the. This is the female wing, or
Yeah.
just the washrooms?
Nope. It's just the washrooms are on opposite sides.
Well, I always wanted to walk through the hallway in my towel. This'll work.
But
Are
we
you
have
exhibitionist?
changing rooms adjacent. Why would you do this?
Why not?
You seem awfully comfortable with that statement.
Well, modesty's all good and everything, but doesn't serve too much purpose when you're around people that you feel comfortable with. Ain't that right, Essie?
And she just kind of like gruffs. As
You and I are
hear,
gonna get along real well.
As
I
you
can
hear-
see it.
as you hear a cat call from outside saying like, she's not even comfortable around men.
I'm not comfortable around people, so this is fine. Miss Essie, thank you for the tour.
We're not done yet.
Oh,
I've got to take you to
showed
the
us the
chow
bathroom.
the chow hall. I just showed you the bathroom.
Interesting.
Oh,
Yum.
food! I
Oh.
love food.
Yes, of course. I will take you over to the. Oh, okay. She tries to catch up with you. I'll take you over to the cafeteria.
What is the cafeteria?
It's a
Oh.
place where we serve food.
So from here at the Spire dorms,
Mm-hmm.
you'll go over to the dining hall.
Nice.
And in order to do so, you'll pass by the Leshy Gardens that were
Yeah.
mentioned, along with the Sun Dorm.
Oh,
And the
two
Sun.
things that intrigue.
Yep. So who here? I don't want to use it too much as a reference, but this is the best way I can do it. Has anyone seen Yu-Gi-Oh! GX or like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
So
Is this Obelisk Blue?
you are in Slifer Red.
Oh
This-
no!
You are in Slifer Red. The Sun Dorm is Obelisk Blue. They are
Where's
the
life for slackers? No.
Spire for slackers, Sun for Sun.
Super.
Yeah.
Supreme.
They are the
Obelisk Storm,
closest
I'll
to
get
the
there one
dining
day.
hall.
So it's Arizona State University versus Harvard. Gotcha.
Yep.
Well,
And
we are closest to the Leshy Gardens, so
yeah,
That's a win for some.
they might be fruit leshies. You don't know.
I'm playing a Fruit Leshy in another campaign. It's super fun.
It is. It is. So, let me hide those. You start passing by the Sun Dorm, and Harrows waves to you as you pass by. Because that's where he's staying.
Hello.
Which one was Harris again?
Someone's brother.
Sorry, I kind of forgot a bit.
You forgot your brother.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'll like very excitedly sort of
Yeah,
wave
let's-
back and I'll say, "I'll meet you later."
He says like, oh, okay. I was gonna go over to the dining hall with you, but all right.
Come.
Yep. All right. And he comes over with you.
Well, hi. How are you? How have you been? I didn't see you. Well, it wasn't really that long, but
Yeah. I didn't get an umbrella like you guys, and he kind of just pushes himself under your collective umbrellas.
I'll just hand him mine. I don't need this.
What? Are you sure? Are you edible?
I think he is.
That's a good question. Are you?
Aren't we all edible?
I'm not sure.
Are you bamboo?
And I. No,
Oh, you don't have any bamboo here.
that's not good. What is bamboo?
It's the kind of stuff I like to eat. It's a plant.
Oh, wait. I mean, I am. No.
Yeah, they had it in Epsilon. They imported them there quite a lot. People liked them.
I accidentally ate an entire furniture set once. I didn't know it was furniture. As he continues on down to the dining hall with you.
That's a funny story. One time, I stole an expensive book because I didn't realize it was all that expensive.
He
But you still stole it.
Well, I borrowed it. I was gonna give it back, but then they got mad at me, so I didn't want to go back there.
he seems perplexed by this. It's just like, why would you steal something?
Well, it happens. Just keeps walking it.
And he'll go over to Victoria and the others as Aaliyah and Essie keep walking, and he's going to ask, like, so how'd your interview go?
Well, it was weird, but I think it went well.
I think we all passed.
Oh, nice.
Did you get a sigil?
Does everybody get the candle, rock, bird, snake sort of questions, or?
I don't know. I refused to do it.
What?
Oh,
Why?
so?
I didn't
Were you
want
not
to.
smart enough?
No, I'm not smart.
Me too. I respect that.
He is quite gifted. Don't tell you're not smart. You're fairly smart.
Oh, I think I made a pretty bad mistake.
What kind?
Well, I don't think I'll be joining you at the Magambi, sis.
What do you mean?
I mean, do they have a program for dropouts?
It's the first day.
I know, right? And what better day to decide that I don't want to be here?
Fair enough.
That's... Yeah. Do you not want to be here?
Think on it a bit?
I did. I really did. I took all that time that Professor Tio, or whatever his name was talking, and I was just like, he was droning on, and it just, none of it clicked. Magic is not about listening to some old guy talk.
Well, it does require study, so
Does it?
to some degree, yes. But I mean,
Not for sure.
maybe not for you, but you know, each one has their own ways of doing it.
Ah, yes, and he goes over to the half-orc. I am a sorcerer.
Oh,
Then you waste your time unless you're looking to broaden your horizons.
Exactly! This man gets it!
Now,
making friends.
heroes. How do you feel about world domination?
I can't even clean my room.
Get your shit together.
I feel like that's going to be a theme in this campaign.
Oof.
Anyway, I just wanted to say hi.
And by
Yeah,
well-
might not see you a while.
But don't do anything too rash so quickly.
don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I continue walking.
Ah, yes. Good luck with your studies. And
Yeah,
as you
well, it was nice seeing you.
get to the dining hall, Ilea and Essie are already there, and they're waiting patiently for you as they're talking to this new person who introduces herself.
Wanted to say on my short walk over, I would have been trying to be friendly with Essie.
Oh yes, definitely. She is a particular type of woman that you get the impression that she's trying to impress and act like she's a teacher, even though she isn't one yet. So she's half trying to impress you with her knowledge at the same time that you're walking.
I'll take that.
And as you all come here, this woman introduces herself and says, like, hello, my name is Lumasi Yao. And you've probably realized I don't have the Magambian accent everyone else does. I'm the head chef here, over at the dining hall. I like to listen, and I see in every student a new opportunity. And she's going to hand you a little glass bead in the shape of fruit to put on your little bracelet or necklace or whatever. And she says, like, please keep this with the rest of your beads. Most of the people at the dining hall know students of the Magambia by sight, but you seem to be new. I'd hate for you not to get a meal.
Thanks. Do all the fruits look the same that she hands out?
Nope, they can be different fruits. It's a little glass bead of whatever fruit you want. And she tells you that you get 2 meals on your student plan. And the dining hall opens 2 hours after sunrise and closes 2 hours before sunset.
Interesting.
Well, that's
I'll try
nice. What
this
kind of
food
food
thing.
do we serve here?
And she shows you the plantains and the mangoes, which are always available. And she also shows you to where the little buffet-style things are as well. You know, the meats from the jungle that they can get through hunting trips and whatnot. And also with the specific kinds of, like, barbecue and the, like, little grills that they do and everything. It's very, very open, very casual, and they have all these chairs and whatnot and little picnic tables that people can come and go as they wish. And there's no, like, real set dining time. There's just when the dining hall is open. So food can be either prepared for advance, or you could be waiting on food when you get here. It all depends on when you arrive.
This truly is an advanced society.
But we can't exactly tell people when they should eat. You decide when you eat. We can only have the food ready. Speaking of which, and she comes over and gets a little bit closer to your group, kind of like she's a close friend and whatnot, and says, I could really use your help running this place, if you need the money. And I'm sure it would be a great opportunity for all of you to help work the dining hall. Not only that, but if you happen to go out into the jungle, we need people to gather fruit as well as hunt animals. There's always work for you at the dining hall. And there's always money, too.
Well, maybe if other avenues don't work out so well. But thank you. And Alea grabs a mango and stands outside.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a sandwich of sorts?
No. There's bread. There's meat. There's cheese.
We're gonna be introducing sandwich packs here.
Mm. I've heard
If
of
they're
this.
fried plantains.
They're gonna
Oh,
be all the
yeah.
craze.
Yeah, they can fry it for you. They can do whatever you want with them. You can do a lot with plantains and mangoes. That's why they're always offered. They're kind of the staple around here. But don't let me dominate your time. Please, have a meal and go about what you need to do at your first day here.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure meeting you all. And if you want to come to
Likewise.
talk, I'm always here to listen. And she puts her hand on the tree and says, I like you. You're unique. And then she goes back to her work.
You hear
That
that,
person is very
Victoria?
nice.
You're unique.
Well, Essie, is that pretty much everything you wanted to show us?
Yes, I can take you over to the powder pile if you like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't
What's
see
the
why
powder
not.
pile?
Powder
That's
pile.
the school shop.
Yep. It's the student shop. And we're going to get you your living stipend along with a bead that's going to entitle you to your weekly allowance. So you get a monthly
Oh, okay.
stipend.
Well, why didn't we start there first?
Well, I wanted to show you the dorm and the dining hall first. I didn't want to bog you down with logistics. I'm sorry.
That's not logistics, that's money.
Yeah, yes, it's not that important. Everyone gets money here. I wasn't going to keep it from you if that's what you mean.
Well, let's go there. I would really like to see this place. Where
Absolutely,
they
yes.
give you money.
And you go over to the powder pile, and through the rain and whatnot, which is still blaring down for those of you with or without your umbrellas. You get there, and you see this small brown kobold look up at you in robes after you get in out of the rain and whatnot. And he just looks at you and says, "Yes? Yes?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi.
We
My
are
name
here
is-
for beads.
Beads! Beads, yes!" And he takes out a little bead for each of you that's tan glass in the shape of a bulging sack for you to wear with your other beads. He says, like, "Now! You make bead for me!" And he hands you each a lump of clay. "Now!" And he points.
Wait, you want us to make a bead for you?
"Yes!
Or
Like
Interesting.
shape one?
Anything!"
all right.
I just use my javelin to put a hole through the clay and hand it back to him.
And he says, like, yes,
Bead.
yes. He takes it.
I'll make my sort of look like a potion vial.
Oh.
Fancy one.
Yeah. And he takes it and says, like, "Ooh, nice bead."
Roll mine into a circle and then put like my thumbprint on it.
Okay. Yeah, he takes that. Bead. Yes.
I think what Disco will do is they'll roll it across the glass core that is their center,
Mm-hmm.
and what comes out is a square, and they hand it to the
Oh, wow.
kobold.
He looks at it and says, like, Cube. Tree.
Is that not good? Should I try again?
No, unique. Like. Zalkan like. He takes it.
Okay. And before he takes, I'll just mark my name in Rasu on the cube.
The more unique you make it, the more he likes it.
Ilea sits for a minute and then gets down towards the ground and rolls it out into one long little strand and then winds it around itself to make like a little figure eight and then pokes a hole through one of the joints.
Okay. Yeah, he looks at bead. Infinity.
Yeah.
And he looks at you.
Numbers. Endlessness is always the best type of stuff.
Mathematician. You are dangerous.
You have no idea.
And he's going to give you each your initial stipend. Are you ready for this? As level 1 characters, in addition to the wealth you already have, you are getting 40 gold pieces, including parchment, quills, and ink, so you can add a writing set. And he explains that so long as you're students in good standing, you will receive basic good supplies and 4 gold pieces at the start of every month. And he gives you the first 4 gold pieces as well, in addition to the 40 from before.
Wait, so every week I come back here and you give me gold?
Every month.
Oh, Okay. What do you want me to do for that?
He looks at you. What you mean? You student. You
Turns
do
around,
studies.
flipping one of her gold pieces in the air. I really like this place.
So, Zokan Store sells common items you might need. All adventuring gear, alchemical items, held items, worn items up to level 3. Oils, potions, scrolls, and wands up to level 5. And staves up to level 6.
What about axes?
Weapon?
Yes, weapon.
Weapon. Nabantu. You go to city. You don't bring weapon on campus.
I show him my axe.
Ah! No! Bad.
Okay. I just put it away. Stabs are weapons.
Zokan pay for treasure. You find treasure? Zokan buy. You find dangerous treasure? Zokan no want.
Well, what's dangerous? Because a wand is dangerous in the wrong hand.
Ah, yes, good question. Anything that can harm Academy, bad. Anything cursed, bad. Anything that destroys life, bad.
Okay, so don't bring a half orc with a big axe. Gotcha.
Store open 2 hours before lunch and close at sunset.
Maybe we should get food. Or goods.
Yep, you can buy whatever you'd like. 3rd level and below. Level 5 and below for oils, potions, alchemical items, scrolls, wands. And level 6 for staves.
Do you have healer kits?
Yes. All
I would like
adventuring
one.
gear. Yeah, he sells it to you.
Are there prices on things around there, or is it just ask him?
Ah, yeah, their prices. It's the standard price.
Well, I don't think I can rightly afford anything in there, so maybe later.
I bought healer's tools.
Okay.
That's what I with 5 gold.
Yep.
Is there a place on campus that makes armaments?
No.
Like,
Why?
no. Armor?
Nabantu
Nothing like that.
in the city.
In the city. Can I order something from the city to come here?
He just looks at you and puts his fists on his hips.
Okay, fine. Can
How
someone
far
here?
You walk across the bridge, the city there.
Oh, easy.
Okay.
He just looks at you confused.
I'm sorry. I will make you more bead. Would that make you happy?
No, only 1 bead from student.
Oh. What if I give you 2?
No. Cancel the magic.
What? Magic?
Yes.
Hmm.
Bead you make very special.
I don't feel like anyone told me this. Oh no.
Bead. Bead is your answer.
What is the question?
Why?
Yes! Yes! You wonder
Oh,
that. You ask yourself that. Then you understand the answer.
I like this kobold fella. He's funny.
This kobold is a teacher in disguise.
No?
Master Oogway.
No. School supplies. You learn because you ask yourself.
I'll turn to our other party members. What type of school supplies do we need for this establishment?
Well,
Writing
you've got
utensils.
you've got
We have
all
writing stuff.
you've got all your paper, your ink and parchment. You've got everything you need in that regard. You will never want
Oh.
for that. So you've got 40 plus 4. He gave it to you separately.
Okay. I think I'm okay. I'll just pick up the healer's kit. You know what? How much is a wand of healing? Of heal, not healing.
60 gold.
Oh!
No.
But what it do though?
Heal spell level
Oh.
1.
One time a day.
That sounds very useful. Like we should pool some money to buy it.
Oh.
For a tree healer.
I'll just use the stipend and do odd jobs. I'll earn it with the money and commerce.
Yeah. And we can also go out to the jungle and survey for food. And as you said, treasure? You'll buy treasure from us.
Treasure.
True.
Yes.
Very true.
Where would we find treasure?
Jungle. Everywhere. Surprises.
That's we just got here, and maybe we shouldn't go into the jungle.
Oh no,
just a thought.
no, that definitely we're not going right now. Maybe later. And after we get acquainted with the town, the school, the everything really.
The kobold nods. Yes, yes. Treasure. Surprises. Death. Jungle.
Death.
Did
Death?
Essie stay with us?
Yeah, Essie's there. She's gonna make sure
Hey,
you
Essie,
come back.
does this guy say anything useful beyond his shopping answers?
Well, that's pretty much what he does.
Okay then, so I'm not really missing much.
No.
Okay, well, thank you so much for the coins and the paper and the ink, and maybe we'll see you around.
And the bead.
Oh yes, the bead, that's important.
He happily waves you off and whatnot.
On a side note, are we reaching a stopping point?
We
soon?
are.
'Cause I'm not feeling worse. I'm feeling worse.
Sir, I've been tracking your progress, and I am sympathetic to you, as there are many people here with COVID and the flu. We can most definitely stop here because you're about to undertake your first assignment. So this is a good stopping point, as you will rest for your first night within the Magambia.
Yeah, I'm sorry for
Hey.
cutting it short, guys. I'm just
You-
feeling like
You're fine.
You're fine. It's not really short. What? We do 3 hours typically?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Right on
Yeah.
target, man. Right on
You're
target.
good.
So before we leave today,
Mhm.
I must ask that before next time I get some character art so I can make some tokens, because we will need them for next time.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Roger.
Yep.
Are we
Don't-
not using Chadork?
We will use Chadork, yes. We all liked it.
Is it possible to change his hair to black instead of silver?
Yeah. You know I can do graphical edits with no problem. You know
Yeah.
what I can do. You see the
mean, we
two
could-
tokens right in front of you, right?
Yeah, we could leave the booty in. It's fine.
No, I'll be
He's
editing
always
out the
carrying
booty.
a girl around with him.
Booty.
I could put Ignacy in there for you if you want.
Nah, I'm more of an Essie type of guy.
Okay. Alrighty, guys. I want to thank you for joining me. And for our 2 new people, I hope everything was all right. Things are going to pick up in the next session, and I apologize that we're cutting things a little bit short today. Hopefully this week I'll be able to focus a bit more, and I'll get something special ready for you next time that will indicate when you guys are talking, and that will help us discern a little bit better during the playbacks and VODs.
Oh
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's
Yeah.
the little sort of pop-up bubbles, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I hope you
Thank
all
you.
have...
Just some time.
For the
Oh, no
streams, do
Yeah.
we all get the same icon, or can we like give you an icon?
You can give me an icon, or I can use one of the skulls, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the African art that I've collected. For lack of a better example, like when Rafiki draws the lion on the tree, like that, they're kind of like in that style.
Yes,
Okay.
I like that idea, definitely.
It seems appropriate, right?
Definitely, yeah.
I like it.
I want to thank
So
you very
that means
much.
I could just be a stick figure then, huh?
No. You could.
Yes.
International.
You could. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and if you need to get me anything, please do so in the Discord. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you. Take care,
Yeah,
y'all.
that was an amazing session, honestly. I love
Thank
it.
you.
I love it.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much, sir. I really enjoyed
that's-
all of you.
That's all my luck for the week, guys. I had 2 natural 20s. I'm tapped out.
That was me last week.
It's a good thing we don't need you the rest of this week, so
Yeah.
you go ahead and
We
take
had
yourself.
fun yesterday.
You know what? The worst place to have bad luck is probably in the Temple of Elemental Evil, so go play in that game without your luck.
Oh God.
Tony's
I'll talk to you later,
crying.
though.
It's free action.
Have a good one, guys.
Take care, y'all.
Yep.